Hi, my name is Janae Longhurst. I'm going to show you how to add textures to an image to make it so that all the images blend together instead of just having a general image on top of it. So this is kind of a final example. This is a little zombie of my niece that I made where I did all overlays. So the scar up top and the blood splatter and just her torn up clothes, everything was an overlay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do that with this kind of mug shot. So what you would do first is you want to make sure you're first clicked on the image that you're going to drag the images to. Take this out. So I'm going to use this one first as kind of background. Click V so that you're on your move tool. And if you want this image to be centered onto the image you're dragging onto, you're going to hold shift, but I don't want to do that, so I'm just going to drag it. So you position where you want. So you could tell here how it's not really blended. I can move the opacity like this, and it's still very obvious that it's just a photo on top of it. So this is where blending modes come in handy. So right here, these are all the blending modes. You have these ones, which are pretty basic, and then you have the darken section, the lighten section, the overlay section. These are all lights, difference, and then hue, which are all colors. So an easy way to click through them is just to hold shift and plus. Shift plus or shift minus. I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with this one. It's a little dark, so I'm actually going to go ahead and do Command L. Oops, wrong one. Command L. And I'm going to just work on these levels. There are a lot of ways you can do this. I usually do it in curves, but just for the sake of time, I'm going to do it down here. That should be good. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and stick with that one. Click OK. Awesome. Alright, so a little trick you can do is you can mask the image. So you want to click on the layer. And you can also change the opacity if you want. I think I'm going to stick with that one though. Go ahead and, oops, I already did that. I'm going to make that up there so it's white, and make sure down here that this is black, or opposite. You could do white down here and black up there. Anyway, go to the brush tool and make sure you're selected on the layer. Make your brush the size that you want. Stick with that. It's at 100 opacity, which means that is not right. You want to make sure you're on here. There we go. So you could do that if you want to remove any. I'm just going to remove some of this back here. I'm not going to do a super crisp job on this just for the sake of time, but you get the general idea.